Hello my peculiars and welcome back or welcome to my peculiar corner. If you're new here, my name is Andy and here we are at yet another magical encounter. Now, as I promised already for the past couple of weeks, I am going to finally show you today one very beautiful book, and that book is called The Resurrectionist. Now, you probably have seen it already in my video about spooky recommendations for Halloween. And if you didn't, then go and check out that video as well. You will find many books that you can read on a spooky Halloween evening, and not only. But yeah, anyway, I really wanted to show you this book because it's one of the books that was on my list for a long time, and when I found it, it was the last piece in the shop where I got it from, and I was like, okay, this is a sign. So yeah, I just got it. But anyway, without further ado, let's crack on with the show. Here I am back from the Peculiar Library with a beautiful copy of The Resurrectionist. Now, this book is also called The Lost Work of Dr. Spencer Black. And here on the back, it says that disturbingly lovely, The Resurrectionist is a cabinet of curiosities, stitching history and mythology and sideshow into an altogether different creature, deliciously macabre and beautifully grotesque. Now, this book was 650 crowns, which is roughly 26 euros. So yeah, you see it's 25 US dollars. So yeah, but I got it anyway. Yeah, I got it new, this one. It's not the second hand, because when I saw it there, I know about it for a very long time, because the book was released quite some time ago, but I never got it. Like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait, maybe, you know, I will get some offer or something, and in the end, you know, it just appeared for me. That's how it happens. If you ever ask yourself, how did I manage to get most of my books? I am not finding them, the books find me. Yeah, here we have an extraordinary biography, a gallery of astonishing artwork, the legacy of a madman, Philadelphia, the late 1870s, a city of gas lamps, cobblestone streets, and horse-drawn carriages, and home to the controversial surgeon Dr. Spencer Black. The son of a grave robber, young Dr. Black studies at Philadelphia's esteemed Academy of Medicine, where he develops an unconventional hypothesis. What if the world's most celebrated mythological beasts, mermaids, minotaurs, and satyrs, were in fact the evolutionary ancestors of humankind? The Resurrectionist offers two extraordinary books in one. The first is a fictional biography of Dr. Spencer Black. From a childhood spent exhuming corpses, through his medical training, his travels with carnivals, and the mysterious disappearance at the end of his life. The second book in Black's magnum opus, the Codex Extinct Animalia, a Gray's Anatomy for mythological beasts, dragons, centaurs, Pegasus, Cerberus, all rendered in meticulously detailed anatomical illustrations. You need only look at these images to realize they are the work of a madman. The Resurrectionist tells a story. And now we will just dive into it. We already see beautiful illustrations from the first pages. Now, this book was written by E.B. Hudspeth and was released by Quirk Books, Philadelphia. Here we have a table of contents, and we have the life and writings, and then we have the Codex Extinct Animalia. Yeah, see, copyright 2013. I know, because when I was in London, when I was living in London in 2016, I already saw this book, but I did not get it for some unknown reason. And here it says Resurrectionist. An exhumer and stealer of corpses, a resurrection man, one who revives or brings to light again. And here we have about the life of Dr. Spencer Black. Now, as I said before, definitely I'm going to start, you know, going through the books in more depth. Now it's just a flip through, but at some point I will obviously come up to the end of going through all of the books. Yeah, there are many still, so a couple of years we will still have flip throughs, but then I also want to do some nice in-depth, you know, to some of the books that I have, because I know you would like that. Anyway, and here we start with the Academy of Medicine in 1869. Now, here is a lot of writing, but we also have beautiful illustrations. Here we have a cicada and the stages of a cicada. Then we have Wordsey, 1870. And we have excerpts from his journal. Then we have the marriage and transformation between 71 and 1877. Portrait of Alphonse Edward Black. This is the only known image of Alphonse. The handwritten caption reads, "My son Alphonse sleeping, S. Black, 1872." Again, full of excerpts from his journals. Here we have, "Alphonse is growing so wonderfully like a plant in the spring. What a miracle, what a machine. I'm increasingly grateful for his healthy deliverance into the world, Dr. Spencer Black." And here we have some more illustrations. Then the American Carnival. This reminds me of American Horror Story. Do I have any American Horror Story fans out there? Let me know in the comments. And let me know which one is your favorite season. Mine is, I cannot even decide, but probably Freak Show, I would say. Although I love Hotel and I love Asylum very much. But yeah. And we have the Human Renaissance from 1888 to 1908. Again, here we have the biography, so it's a lot of writing and in-depth history of Dr. Black's life, with excerpts from his journals, letters he wrote to his family and friends. And then here we start with the Codex Extinct Animalia, a study of the lesser-known species of the animal kingdom, designed as a reference for all practitioners in science, medicine and philosophy, by Dr. Spencer Edward Black, MD, with comprehensive illustrations and explanatory text regarding the musculature and skeletal systems, additional viscera of select animals, New York, Sotsky and Son. And we start with Sphinx alatus, and we have it so nicely done. It literally is like a full-on real biology book. So we have the kingdom, the phylum, the class, the order, family, genus and species. And then we start with the beautiful plates. Now if you want, you can always pause. I really think it's quite visible. If you pause and read, you know, it's really very in-depth. It reminds me of the biology books I used to have at school, you know, with the animals. I always loved zoology and even botany, so I already have some atlases here, and we are going to go through them in the future as well. I consider those magical as well, because, you know, I think everything nature created is magical. Here we have other plates with the muscles, with the skeletal system, and then we have Sirenoceanus, the mermaid. I honestly would love some of these plates to scan them and just print them and have them framed on my walls, because they look like aesthetically, like it gives dark academia, madman, mad scientist vibes, and they are just so beautifully done. And look at these plates. Look at this mermaid, how beautiful it is. The design reminds me a bit of the mermaid from Spiderwick Chronicles. Then we have Satyrus Hircinus. Very, very nice. Extremely beautiful and detailed illustrations. Then we have the Minotaurus Asterion, or Minotaurus Asterion. Again, in-depth detail of each animal with their skeletal system and the muscles and absolutely everything, with each bone in Latin, and yeah, this makes it even more real. Then we have Ganesha Orientis. Yeah, I would definitely see this printed on my wall. It would look so nice. I was always fascinated by these kind of things, although, you know, I have an issue, for example, with seeing blood and stuff like this, but I do not mind this. Like, I really like it, even when it comes to human anatomy. Then we have Chimera Incendiarius, the Chimera. Again, so nicely done. Some of them can even be, you know, used as tattoos. Why not? It's a bit macabre, but yeah, I wouldn't mind. Then we have Canis Hades, or the Cerberus, I presume. So here we have Kingdom Animalia, Phylum Vertebrata, Class Echidnae, Order Presidium, Family Canidae, Genus Canis, Species Canis Hades. Yeah, they are really beautiful. And then we have Pegasus Gorgonis. Here it says, creating the Pegasus was a massive undertaking. It is easily the largest of Dr. Black's creations. He had to design an elaborate host and pulley system just to move the animal to his operating table. More rigging would be needed to support the creature in its desired posture, while on display it was likely in the same position as was drawn at right, like here. This is massive, as you can see, with the wingspan and everything. Then we have Draconis orientis, obviously, dragons, my favorite. This one is nice. Imagine having this in 3D printed, you know, and hanging it from your ceiling at home. That would look absolutely amazing. Maybe one day. I wouldn't mind having it like that to make the room look even more like a Madsman lab, to be honest. That's what I'm going for, you know that. So I'm having my coffee as well with you. Then we have Centaurus Caballus, another one of my favorite creatures. Although I only have one single statue with a centaur, and that was from the Harry Potter collection made by De Agostini in Italy in 2009, and I have to say I really like that, but I would love to have some more centaur replicas and statues, because it really is truly such an incredible creature. Then we have Harpy Erinias, the harpy. Now, obviously, at the end of this video, you will have to let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite magical creature from this book and why. And look here, look how beautiful this we have, with even the embryos and the stages of developing of a harpy. More species. And a final note: scholars seeking additional materials related to the life and work of Dr. Spencer Black will find a treasure trove of valuable resources at quirkbooks.com, The Resurrectionist. This exclusive online content includes a short film about this book, additional information about the creation of the illustrations, and digital imagery which may be downloaded for academic research and personal use. We encourage you to share your thoughts and ideas when visiting the site. Now I'm gonna put this in the description of this video so you can go and explore the website. I'm gonna also put obviously links to get this book. I really hope, I think it's still available new and obviously secondhand as well. I'm gonna do my best to you know, to find as many links as possible for all of you, even if you are not necessarily in Europe. Now again, I really hope you enjoyed this book, and I really am looking forward to discuss with you about it in the comments below. And don't forget to let me know which one is your favorite creature. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It's gonna help me grow my Peculiar Corner. Go and check out my content on Instagram as well. Attend this Peculiar Corner. There is more magic there, more books and more Harry Potter things, and not only. And until next week, don't forget two very important things: stay magical, stay peculiar, always. Bye for now.